Hollywood. This is WDBX 91.1 FM, community radio for Southern Illinois. Headphone Trips, I'm Greg G. Over there is Frankie D.
I'm Frankie D.
Now you got to watch out for Bruiser Queen, or you'll find out why.
Hey, we were playing a little Bill Murray doing his lounge singing for Saturday Night Live bit.
I wasn't done with the Bruiser Queen, but go ahead.
Oh, okay. I'm all ears.
Have you been to the Girls Rock event before?
Nope.
Never heard of it?
Nope.
That'll be something new.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Always up for new experiences.
Yeah, it sounds like a cool thing, and here on WDBX is where you can get all these things announced, which is very helpful.
That is true.
Yes, but you were saying about Bill Murray.
Give you 3 guesses as to where he used to work.
SCTV?
No, for just a regular job.
Just a regular job?
Yep.
He was a DJ.
More regular. Not entertainment industry oriented.
Let's see here. Garbage man?
Nope.
A waiter?
Nope.
One more guess.
Yep.
Let's see. How about a operator?
Nope. Little Caesars. He worked for Little Caesars. And whichever Little Caesars that was in New York City that he worked for, they should just, totally run with that, get his permission and be like, hey, Bill Murray worked here.
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Yeah, I'd go there just because of that, because the dude's awesome.
Yeah, that would help give him some more money.
And he did always want to be a lounge singer, he confessed in an interview.
And he kind of was.
Yeah.
Here and there on the radio show.
So what else you got, Greg G?
Yeah, it's interesting. Some of us are sometimes thrust on the stage.
Thrust.
Like maybe you have to give a speech, or you have to give a little presentation, or you have to train a number of people. You sometimes think I have to do that and say, well, I think I'll start out with a joke or something. You ever do that?
Sure. Remember those school plays? Elementary school, you're on stage for maybe the first time, and the parents were there.
Yeah, I did that.
And then you had to do, presentations up in front of your class. That's kind of a stage. And you had to do an oral report about somebody or something. Yeah,
kids were asked to do a speech. I think it was in 2nd grade. I didn't happen to do that myself, though.
I did one as
volunteer.
I was Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay. Came in with the gloves on, towel around my neck, and I was dancing and weaving. Yeah, so that was one of my more fun school moments.
Was that your speech?
Yeah, it was about the life of Muhammad Ali as Muhammad Ali. As boxing,
very good, very good.
Boxing shorts, everything.
Now that you explain it makes it sound even
yeah,
better.
I get that from my dad. I tell stories backwards. I'll tell you the ending first, and then you get the Paul Harvey moment.
Oh, yeah. And that is the rest of the story.
There you go.
Yeah, sometimes those jokes fall flat. When the person's telling a speech, I'm going backwards too now.
Yeah.
Sometimes when people, get up, go for the speech or the presentation, they do a little joke, Because I used to help out people who were instructors at a Fortune 500 company, and sometimes they'd like to warm up the class with a few jokes here and there. Some of them were good, some of them fell flat. But
I actually lectured on public speaking to college students before. Up in Oak Park in the library. Professor Guido earmarked me.
Nice. Why did he ask you to do it?
Because I was on the air in Joliet at the time, and he had heard me, and he said, hey, can you teach my students about the finer points of public speaking? I said, why not?
Nice.
Did you? What's the biggest venue you ever spoke in front of, Greg G? Biggest stage you've ever been on?
I did a play, and I think there was just a rough estimate. I don't know. I'd say maybe 300 to 400. I'm not good at judging volumes of people, but yeah, I did a little play, had a little part. That was probably the biggest venue. But I think we'll move right along here. I have our next one up is one of the big venues in Harlem. called the Opalo Theater.
Ooh, the Opalo.
That goes way, 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 way back. And I remember watching television. They have, and I think it's still on the air, where people would just go up and do, what's the word? Amateurs come up and try out stage. And if the crowd likes you, they cheer. If they don't like you, they boo you really quick. And then usually they have somebody coming out with the
Sandman.
The Sandman sweep you off stage.
Yeah.
Or Bo Peep comes on and corrals you and pulls you off stage.
Yeah,
like
remember
Bugs
the big
Bunny.
shepherd's hook that used to pull people off stage? I mean, they literally would pull people's up. They'd literally pull people off stage with a shepherd's hook.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I remember that from Bugs Bunny. I never actually saw a vaudeville show that did that.
Vaudeville, the ultimate entertainer's battleground.
Where you get clonked on the head and all that kind of stuff. But speaking of all that good stuff, we're going to go on. We have that little Friends thing. Joey from Friends was doing a on air. Well, he thought he was going to go on air for this donation drive and be the host, but he actually got to sit on the phones instead.
Oh.
Yeah, and Phoebe was trying to figure out how if there's really a selfish act. So let's take a listen.
Selfless.
Thanks for
DBS telethon.
Hey, Joey. I just wanted to let you know that I found a selfless good deed. I went down to the park and I let a bee sting me.
What? What good is that going to do anybody?
Well, it helps the bee look tough in front of his bee friends. The bee is happy, and I am definitely not.
Now, the bee probably died after he stung you.
Damn it!
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to blow everybody out.
Yowzers.
I blew my ears out. I don't know about you. All right. Well, I don't know. Are there selfless acts? Is it a selfless act to donate to keep your local free radio station on the air?
Even if it isn't, even if it's selfish, it's for a good reason.
That's right. I think it is selfish, and there is a good reason.
Yeah, because we have enough bad things in this world, and we have enough rules, and we have enough people that hand you a playlist at different radio stations and say, oh, you can play any one of these 50 songs in any order that you want. And they're the same 50 songs. There's no freedom there, but there's freedom here at WDBX.
That's right, and you have all this consolidation of radio stations going on, so more and more you're just kind of getting the same thing from every station you go to. You got to keep these free.
Yeah, I have to keep them interesting because you'll hear music, information, lectures, sound excerpts, all sorts of things that you won't hear anywhere else on any other station anywhere on the dial.
That's right. I mean, we have so many different things here. It's unbelievable how many different formats of radio we have here.
So just please donate to this wonderful cause. Give a call at 457-3691, and we take credit cards, check, money order, cash, you name it, we'll take it. It helps keep this alive so that we can provide the community. It adds community spirit having DBX on the air.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You got people, inside all the time and nobody's saying hello to each other. This is one of the ways that we reach out and become a community together.
Do you want to find out where a public event is happening? Something fun to do, something for free. A free lecture, a free activity, a free event. Or maybe something that's not free but not too expensive. You're going to find out what's happening what's going on in the community right here at WDBX.
That's right. And again, you can call us at 618-457-3691. We're here ready to take a call. And also, too, I'll let you know, if you feel more comfortable, you can go to the website, WDBX.org, and you can donate through PayPal.
And you know the guy who invented PayPal, Greg G?
Yeah, I do, actually.
I can't think of his name. But
his name escapes me as well, but one of the things that he created escaped our atmosphere because he was in the X rocket
SpaceX.
SpaceX, thank you.
SpaceX.
Yeah, and helped develop those. And also he helped found Tesla car automobiles.
Have you ridden in a Tesla car yet?
No, have you?
No, my brother-in-law did, and he described it to me. He said it's unusual because you're used to the faster you go, you hear an engine going, there's no sound. You're just going faster. He said he was going from 0 to 60 around a corner, and there was no sound, and it was a little difficult for him to get used to because, we're used to the vroom, vroom, vroom,
Yeah, you mean no sound?
No sound whatsoever. You just start going faster and faster.
That's freaky. Check this out.
My boy.
Papa!
Oh, I've got to find your mother.
Papa, she might be in danger.
We've got to start searching for her.
I'll call Goldar.
Do that. Will I give the police a call?
My whistle's here. No sound. Papa.
Phone's out.
It doesn't work at all. Papa.
I wonder...
Papa.
I'm trying to think. You mustn't be hysterical.
Papa.
You've got to get hold of yourself. Hey, hey! Somebody's got to hear that.
Papa, what are you doing?
Try the television over there.
Papa, the TV won't go on.
I don't think anyone said it's working. Come over here.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping. And the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp. I turned my collar to the cold and damp. When my eyes were stared by the flash of a neon light that split the night and touched the sound of silence. And in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more. People talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never share. No one dared disturb the sound of silence. Fool, said I, you do not know. Silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you. Take my arms that I might reach you. But my words, like silent raindrops, fell and echoed the wells of silence. And the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made. And the sign flashed out its warning in the words that it was forming. And the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls, the tenement halls, whispered sounds of silence.
Now you Earthlings will know the power of my weapons, my monsters,
Psychomandosis is draining all the sound waves from your atmosphere. And from this moment on, all your communications are cut off. Now you will learn that a soundless world is a dead world.
Was the creature consuming the sound waves?
Yes, sir. At least 10 billion cycles.
That's interesting. A creature that has the ability to consume sound waves. First, the world has its communications cut due to absorbed sound waves. And then a creature appears that has the ability of consuming sound waves. It seems obvious to me that the monster is responsible for the Earth's chaos. Whoever summoned that monster here wanted the Earth's countries at war. I wonder who that could be.
It must be Rodak, sir.
I agree.
Okay, Frank, let me ask you something.
Yes.
Okay, now, check this out. Okay, first of all,
Yeah.
you got this creature appears that eats sound. Okay? Now, check this out. Then, there's this no communication in the world is all gone. Like, no sound throughout the whole world.
Yeah, what's up?
Now, I'm thinking maybe those two things are related.
I think they're very related.
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah. So imagine there was no WDBX.
No WDBX.
That wouldn't be good at all.
What
But-
kind of...
Yeah, and go ahead.
I was just going to say, I have a small idea of what that would look like, Greg.
What would that look like?
That would look like... Okay. We talked about community spirit before. If you live in a community where you see a kid throwing a rock through a window, and you don't know him and you don't know whose window it is, you pretty much you're going to walk on your way and not do anything.
Or you could just, go out there with the belt, because, somebody's got to do something.
Well, true. But more than likely, people just walk on.
Yeah.
Now, if you know the kid and whose family he belongs to and whose window that is, that's Mrs. Johnson's kid, that's Mrs. McGillicuddy's window, now, because you're informed, you take action. That's what community spirit is. Not getting kids into trouble, but holding little rascals accountable or just information in general.
That's right.
So without DBX, our metaphorical world will be shattered by little Bobby Boobermans out there, and it'll just fall apart. There you go.
Wow.
Painted picture.
That's perfect. It's a perfect, horrible world that would happen if WDBX
See, and you
was
can
gone.
stop it, folks. Give us a call at 618-457-3691. And
That's
donate to this wonderful, wonderful radio station that keeps us from going into another Armageddon. You can stop us from flowing down the cesspool of a toilet of chaos to the dark quagmire of doom. Save us. Just save us.
Won't you please?
Please.
That is 618-457-3691.
Greg, if you could save the world with a phone call and a donation, would you?
I think I would.
Yeah, I would too.
I would
well,
do it
we're both
multiple
donating,
times.
so yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of, you were kind of like, what was with the silence thing? The silence, what does that have to do with getting on stage, right? See, I was thinking, let's say everybody's sitting down, right? And there's a stage, but nobody wants to go up on stage. You got silence.
Oh.
That's a horrible thing.
Artsy.
Yeah. But we do give some shout-outs to folks. You were talking about shout-outs. You do usually do the shout-outs. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, when we do the shout-outs to folks, let them know so-and-so said hi to so-and-so. People shouting out to their significant others, boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, uncles, sisters, daughters, everybody that wants to do a shout-out, no problem. Now, don't just take a free shout-out, folks. Don't just be that way. You want to put your money where your mouth is. And
cell phones are so expensive these days, you might as well just do the shout-out.
Well, plus, you get a little celebrity time with your shout-out. you get to hear all the peeps in the world are going to be listening to you say that you appreciate somebody.
That's right.
Yeah, that's priceless. I mean, that's more than a bouquet of flowers or a fancy dinner at a restaurant.
That's right. We're happy to shout out, and we're happy to take your donation to keep WDBX on the air.
Yeah, shout out to donate.
Check this out.
Come on, please welcome your host for tonight, Danny Boy.
Hello. Welcome to Live at the Apollo. This is a big room for comedy. The room is very important in comedy. I did a show about 6 months ago in a tent, and not the, with the zip and the... That'd be a bit weird. Aye, just the two of you. Aye, come in, sit down. Turn off your phones, right? Here we go. No, I mean like a marquee. That was it. And the audience was 360 degrees around me, which was quite, difficult, because you felt quite paranoid when you're not really, not paranoid. That would be a bad personality trait for a comedian, wouldn't it? What are you laughing at?
This one, a long time have I watched. All his life as he looked away to the future, to the horizon, never his mind on where he was, what he was doing.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've been to the past. We've been to the future. We've been all around the afterlife. And you know, Ted, the best place to be is here. The best time to be is now. And all we can say is, let's rock!
Reckless.
Stay in time, boy, don't get out of line, boy. Take a stand, don't get out of hand. Use your head, you might as well pretend you don't, boy. Every night when you slip away to your sad dream, you're denying the love and oh, what a sad thing. Stay in time.
I won't fail you. I'm not afraid.
Hang on tight.
They might be giants. They might be giants. They might be rain. They might be heat. They might be frying up a stalk of weed. They might be giants. They might be giants. They might be brave. They might be washed. They might be Dr. Spock's backup
To make the merry-go-round go fast so that everyone needs to hang on tighter just to keep from being thrown to the wolves.
Tabloid footprints in your hair. Tabloid footprints everywhere. We can't be silent because they might be giants. And what are we gonna do unless they are? They might be giants. They might be giants. They might be fall. They might be snow. They might be something else in the snow.
Hang on tight.
They might be giants. They might be giants. They might be fake. They might be lies. They might be big, big, fake, fake lies. Tabloid footprints in your hair. Tabloid footprints everywhere. We can't be silent because they might be giants. And what are we gonna do unless they are? They might be giants. 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 They might be giants.
Support for WDBX comes from Fiddle Rick Johnson and Gin House Jazz and Blues. Fiddle Rick Johnson plays original music on the violin at local clubs and wineries with the help of the Bourbon Boys. Matt Borowitz on guitar and Sam Bates on accordion, as well as playing drums with Gin House Jazz and Blues featuring Kevin Jameson on piano and vocals by Cash. Fiddle Rick Johnson and Gin House Jazz and Blues, proud supporters of community radio. Booking info at 521-6216 or online at fiddlerick.com.
Support comes from Mike's Music at 816 East Main Street in Carbondale. Mike's Music buys, sells, and trades new and used guitars, basses, and other stringed instruments and music equipment. Mike's offers private one-on-one instruction for guitar, bass, piano, voice, clarinet, and saxophone. Locally owned and family operated, Mike's Music has been right here in Carbondale for over 20 years. Mike's Music can help your journey into music. Mike's Music on Facebook or by phone at 618-529-3444. That's Mike's Music, 529-3444.